Hello, everyone! I decided to try and I wanted to do something new today. So, welcome to tier time, or tier list time. I don't know. I was initially gonna call this like tier list Tuesday, but you know, I'm I'm not sure I'm not sure I'm 100% ready to commit to this as a Tuesday thing yet. You know. Uh-oh. That chat box doesn't look terribly good. Let me go and fix that for a bit, okay? Looks a little big. Chatter. Font settings. Let's turn the font down a little bit. How is this? Alright, let's go. Let's make this tier a reality. So, first as you can see, there are 6 different categories on the tier. S, A, B, C, D, and I've never had this. So, you know, you've been over like a tier lists by now, you know the drill. So let's get right to it. So, first on our list is the green apple. Now, I think green apples are great. They're like, you know, I have apples all the time as like snacks and stuff, and they're, you know, a very reliable food. Now, what I like about green apples in particular is that they're really sour. They're like candies. So like, you know, they're really good. They are very good. I'm gonna put this in A tier because it's not like my favorite food ever, but it's like a good one. It's a very good one. Next on the list is the red apple. I also, you know, most of my comments for the green apple also apply to the red apple too. But like, how do I put it? Red apples tend to be more sweet. They tend to be gentler on the tongue than green apples do. But they're both good in their own ways. So again, this is going on the A tier. This is going on the A tier. Boom. So both apples. Next up, apricots. I think they're good in jam. I think apricots are really good in jam. I haven't had them much in, like, anything else, though, besides jam. Like, I think they're okay dried, but I haven't really eaten them, you know, anywhere else. So, the apricots will go in B tier. Because, you know, I like them, and I think they're nice, but, you know, I also don't have them a lot, so, like, they're pretty much a B rank fruit for me. Oh, the next one is avocados. This is an easy S tier. Fuck yeah. I'm having avocados in my pasta tonight, so I'm really happy about that. But what I really, really love about, what I really love about avocados is that they just, like, go well with anything. They're great in, like, sandwiches. They're good in pasta. I have avocado in my pasta tonight. They're just, like, they have this nice fatty flavor. They're, like, they're so good. I love avocados. You know, they're also great in Mexican, too. Love fresh avocados. So it's going up there. Bananas, S tier. Bananas are great. They're like the ultimate, you know, they're like the ultimate convenient fruit because they come in like their own little cases and they taste really sweet and nice too. I have one like every morning because they're that convenient for me to eat. So yeah. Bananas are S tier. Blackberries are S tier too. Blackberries are also S tier. They're like the best kind of berry because like they're super sour and stuff. Their jam is really good too. Like I love having blackberry jam on toast or in a croissant. Easily one of my favorite jams. So yeah, blackberries are very good. Blackcurrants are also in S tier. Blackcurrants are like very similar. I mean, they're kind of similar to blackberries in the sense that they're kind of like very sour too. Also have got a like really nice jam. I love them. I think blackcurrants are great. So far this hasn't been like super controversial. This hasn't been a super controversial tier list. But, you know, I think that's going to change once we get into later parts. Next up on our list, blueberries. Now, I think blueberries are fine. They're nice, they're sour, they're good for you because they contain like antioxidants and stuff. But, you know, when you dig through a bowl of blueberries, sometimes you find like the wrinkly ones or the ones that don't crunch quite right. So like, how do I put this? Like, when you find a bad blueberry, it kind of, like, ruins your day. So you have to, like, one of the annoying things about blueberries is, like, you have to physically look through each berry to make sure they're all good while you're eating them. That's one of the annoying things, you know, I've found about blueberries. Still will put them in B tier, though, because they taste good. And they're really good in, like, muffins and jam and stuff. So they're, you know, they're good. They're good. Oh, boy. We've got a controversial one coming up. Coconut. D tier. Fuck coconuts. They suck. Coconuts are like the worst. I hate coconuts. They are like, how do I put it? If I find a coconut in anything, I will refuse to eat it. Like, coconuts are like the wrong kind of sweet for me. I hate coconut flavored sweets. I hate coconut cakes. Coconuts are just gross, and I don't understand why people like them. True, the only good coconut is the cat girl from Necovara. And thank you, Frank, for like saying that for the kind words on like me being noticed by Hachima. I'm still in awe that like she noticed my art at all. So I'm really glad. I'm really glad, and I've definitely got some more Hololive fan art coming along the way. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, next on the list, cherry. This one is A tier, easy A tier. This isn't S because I don't have it a lot, but you know, generally speaking, they're good. If they're fresh, then they'd work their way up to S tier, but like most of the time they're not. So they're like they're an A tier fruit. They're, you know, relatively easy to work with, if a bit messy. And there you go. Cranberries. Okay, so this is gonna be a weird one for me. I'm gonna put this in high B tier. I think cranberries belong in high B tier, cause like, I love the juice. I used to drink the juice like really religiously and stuff, but I was never really a fan of eating it on its own. Like, I was never really fond of cranberry sauce during Thanksgiving or like cranberry jam or whatever. So I think I'm just like a fan of the juice, which is why it's kind of a, well, actually no, maybe it doesn't belong in high B tier. Maybe it's a low B tier. Call it a B minus, I guess. Next up, dates. You know, I don't remember having dates. You know, and if I did, it's been such a long time. I have it so rare. I've had it so rarely that I can't tell you what my opinions are on dates. I really can't. I think dragon fruits, which is the next fruit, are a B tier though. They're quite nice. I had some when, you know, I was traveling, and you know, they're nice and sweet. I like them. They're good. Next fruit on the list, durian. I've never had durians. I've heard, you know, a lot of conflicting opinions on durians for obvious reasons, because like durians smell like crap. But how do I put this? but I've heard that the like taste is quite caramelly, like it's quite good. So I'm interested in trying one, but you know, I'm also kind of I'm kind of anticipating just the bad smell as well. All I know is that it's a very a very smelly fruit. Oh, figs! We got figs up next. Figs are going high B tier. I'm putting figs here. I fucking love fig Newtons. This is an unpopular cookie opinion, apparently, because apparently a lot of people do not like fig Newtons, and I'm just here like, why? Why would you do that? Why do you hate good taste? Fig Newtons are great. So yeah, figs are going there. I love figs. They're great. Next up is gooseberries. Never had them. Probably never will, I guess. I don't know what they're like. I'm probably not going to find out. Now, I've got another D tier. Grapefruit. Grapefruit. Ew. Ugh. You know, my dad really likes grapefruit. He eats like whole halves of them sometimes, or has grapefruit juice. And you know, whenever I taste them, they taste like horribly bitter. They're so ugh. I don't like grapefruits. They're so bad. Ugh. They're just like the worst fruit. I don't like them. Gigi, I know you dislike fig Newtons. I know you dislike fig Newtons. And it's okay. Sometimes sometimes we can't all have good taste. I'm the only one who understands that fig Newtons are underrated. They deserve more than this. Grapefruits are disgusting. I'm sorry. I can't get behind grapefruits. They're disgusting. They're bad. I'm sorry. We'll leave it at that. I just can't get past it. It's bad. So next up, we got red grapes. This is probably a mid B tier, I think. Red grapes. And same goes with white grapes too. Like, I like grapes. They're easy to eat, but you know, kind of like blueberries. Kind of sorting out like the good ones from like the wrinkly and bad ones is a hassle, and it gets kind of annoying after a time. But they're easier to do than blueberries because each grape is like bigger. So yeah, that's grapes. Next up, we got kiwis. Kiwis is in a high B tier. Kiwis are they're pretty sour. They're pretty nice. The only thing I don't really like about them is, like, A, the furry skin they have outside, like, why? And B, like, you know, sometimes when you, like, chop up a kiwi and you have it, like, in a bowl, sometimes the chopped up pieces are harder than they should be, and it's not really pleasant to eat. When it is, it's, like, a really nice sour treat, and lots of seeds in it make it, like, really crunchy, too. I love them. I love kiwis. They're good. Next up, lemons. Lemons, I think, are gonna go here. And allow me to explain why. Lemons are less of a good eating fruit, and they're more of a good seasoning and drinking fruit. Lemonade is delicious. They're good on, like, lemon is really good for, like, seasoning stuff like chicken and stuff too, and for flavoring water. But on its own, lemons aren't really meant to be eaten. They're just kind of more of like, to me, they're just more kind of like a fruit with a use, like a more practical fruit than an edible fruit, I guess, if that makes sense. Oh, as for the whole kiwi thing about me not liking the skin, I don't eat the skin. I don't want to get that across. I do not eat kiwi skin. I'm not. I don't do that. No, what I mean is more like it's just unpleasant to touch and it's unpleasant to peel off. That's why. Speaking of citruses, by the way, we've got limes next, and I feel like, you know, limes deserve to be like right up there too. Again, like lemons, you know, they're good for seasoning stuff, and you know, they're good in lime cordial or limeade or stuff like that. But like lemons, they're less of a edible fruit and more of a practical fruit. Next fruit, cantaloupe. That's a C tier. That's a C tier. I will, if you give me a bowl of cantaloupe and you ask me to eat it, I will eat it. But I don't necessarily like cantaloupe. I just don't think it's that great of a fruit. I just think it's like the La Croix of fruit, if that makes sense. It's like, it has like the vestige of fruit, like the spirit of fruit, like the air of a fruit, but it doesn't really taste like a fruit. So cantaloupes just aren't that great. Where does soap go on the tier list? D tier. It's gonna go on D tier. There's no soap on this list, but pretend it's in D tier. So, you know, there's a reason why one old punishment was to, like, stick, you know, for speaking bad, was to stick soap in a person's mouth. It's because it tastes awful. It's really bad. By the way, yeah, I'm all for La Croix slander. If you really want a good seltzer, you'd be having San Pellegrino. San Pellegrino is the shit. Anyways, next fruit, lychee. This is going on S tier. This is like basically my favorite fruit. I do not have it often, but when I do, oh my god, it is so good. It is so good. Never mind that it has a big pit in the middle. It's nice, it's sweet, it's sour. I love it. Lychees are great. Next fruit. Mango. Mango is, I think, an easy A tier. Mango is an A tier. And, you know, that's because I think mango just goes well with, like, everything. Because, like, it's good in juice, in smoothies, it's good dried, and it's good wet. Mango's just good with everything. Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna make it a high A. It's a high A. It's a really good fruit. You can't go wrong with a mango. I love them. Mangoes are good. Next up, nectarines. Right, nectarines. They are mid-B tier for me. So, like, nectarines are like a relative of the peach. And so, like, a lot of what I'm going to say about nectarines are going to apply to what I'm going to say about peaches when I talk about peaches later. Actually, no. Well, actually, no. Never mind. I'm going to make nectarines a high B. And the reason why is that I like their taste. I like how juicy they are and stuff. But what I don't like is how messy they can get. I think they're a good fruit. You can't go wrong with a nectarine. They're good. They're good. Next fruit. Oh boy, here's the really controversial one. Orange. You've been waiting for this one. We're gonna do the orange. Yeah, it's going there. Fuck oranges. They're the worst. I have never had a good orange. Like, ugh. I don't like oranges. They're just not right. I don't like oranges. They're bad. They're bad in, like, juice. They're bad in desserts. They're bad as a fruit. Oranges just don't deserve to exist. I like some of their relatives. I just don't like oranges. They're just wrong. They're bad. Of course I eat oranges unpeeled. What do you take me for? What do you take me for? Of course I eat them peeled. I eat them peeled. I eat them peeled. I'm sorry. I eat them peeled. Sorry. I would never eat them unpeeled. Yeah, tangerines are basically what would happen if oranges didn't suck. You're right, Mado. Tangerines are just oranges done correctly. So that's my take on oranges. They suck. They're a bad fruit. Fuck oranges. Next one. Next one. Next one. Papaya. I've never had this, so I can't give my opinion on papayas. Passion fruit. I can't give my opinion on passion fruit. I've never had this. Next one. Peaches. Peaches are a low A tier for me. Now, the reason I'm putting them slightly above nectarines, even though I said earlier that they share a lot of the same qualities, is because peach juice rules. Peach juice is legitimately one of my favorite juices ever. Like, if you give me peach juice, I will guzzle it down. Oh my god. It's so good. I love peaches. Peaches are really good. Alright, next one. Pears. I don't know if this is a controversial one, but pears are D tier for me. Pears are also like, you know, I said cantaloupe were like the La Croix of fruit, but honestly, pears are even more so. Pears are more aggressively the La Croix of fruit. They are like, they don't really taste like anything. They have like a small vestige of flavor. A small vestige of flavor. It's just, they're not good. They're not good. Why would you put them in your desserts? Why would you do anything with them? They just don't taste like anything. Fuck pears. Next fruit. Persimmons. I'm putting this in the I never had it tier. I've never had a persimmon, but they look interesting. Next one. Pineapple. I think pineapple is going to be like a high B. It's going to be a high B for me. High B, low A. I like pineapples. They're good in juice. They're good to eat. The reason why they're a low A, though, is because, like, you know, sometimes they get a bit too sour and they start, like, stinging your mouth. So, yeah, that's, like, why, that's why I don't really like, pineapples. I mean, no, wait, that's not what I meant. No, that's why I don't really, you know, like eating pineapples too much. Don't like eating pineapples too much. Sorry, my bad. Pineapples are good. Next up, plums. I can't remember if I ever had a plum or not, so that's going in the I've never had this tier. That's where plums are going. Pomegranates. Pomegranates are a high B. I haven't had like pomegranate juice or anything like that, but pomegranate flavored candies are really good. And I've yet to have the like fruit myself. So pomegranates are going here. They're good. I like pomegranates. They're nice. Next fruit. Pomelos. I've never had a pomelo. What are your thoughts? Have any of you had a pomelo? I'd like to hear your thoughts on pomelos. Next one, raspberry. I think raspberries are also a low A. Raspberries are a low A because they're great in jam. They're nice to eat, but how do I put this? They're you know, it's kind of not nice when you like pour raspberries into your bowl and then you find out that some of them are moldy. That has happened to me before. It's not nice. It's not nice having to pick them out of your bowl and having to figure out which one of your raspberries are contaminated and not contaminated. But, you know, raspberries are good. Raspberries are good when they are nice, and they're very good in jam. So yeah, that's where raspberries go. I don't know if I've ever had a red currant before, so I'm putting it right here, just for safety. Same goes for starfruit, too, though they look cute. I like the shape of starfruit. That's cute. Strawberries. Strawberries are strawberries go in the same place as raspberries for me. Good in jam. They're actually also good in juice too. Strawberry juice is like a really nice light juice. Again, you can't go wrong with a strawberry juice. But again, like raspberries, if you have a bowl of strawberries and you find a couple of them are moldy, it's kind of not nice to pick them out, which is why they're going there. Next one. Tangerines. Oh, tangerines are like an easy, they're like a high B for me. High B. So like, you know, usually I'm kind of averse to like the orange, like, citrus fruits and stuff. But tangerines are like if oranges were done correctly. They're smaller. They have a better taste. They're like sweeter than oranges. They're just good. They're just the oranges, but better. Eat tangerines instead of oranges. All right. Another controversial one coming right up. We've got watermelon. Watermelon, it's going in C. Watermelon's going in C, and I'm gonna low C, and I'm gonna tell you why. I just don't like watermelons. They just, Again, they're like, I know that if you have a really good watermelon, they taste like really sweet and stuff, but the problem is that like, even when I have had good watermelon, I just never really taken to it. I just don't get the hype. It's just, I just don't get it. It's just, no. Now, the one exception I will make with watermelon is that their candies, the watermelon artificial flavoring, is actually really good. I do like artificial watermelon flavor, but I'm just not a fan of I'm not a fan of the fruit, and so, the actual fruit, and so, like, I'm sorry to all you watermelon lovers out there. I'm not a watermelon fan. All right. Next one, honeydew. Honeydew is also a low C for me too. Honestly, I think it would go, I might put it here, just for safety. And, you know, most of my feelings about honeydew melon are the same feelings I have about cantaloupe melon, and I think part of the reason I feel that way is because I often had honeydew and cantaloupe together whenever I ate it. It's just like, it just doesn't taste, it just tastes like, you know, it's not my kind of sweet, I'll put it that way. Like, it has a taste, unlike cantaloupe, but it's just not a taste I like. I just don't get it. I don't think I'll ever get it. Alright, next one, Asian pear. I've never had this, but it's a pear, so I'm assuming I probably wouldn't like it. Guava. Same goes for guava. I'm putting this here. Blood orange. By virtue of it being an orange, it's going in D tier. Oranges just don't have rights. I'm sorry. Fuck oranges. I didn't know that about artificial banana flavorings, though. Like, you know, I heard about, like, you know, how there's only, like, one strain of banana now, but I didn't realize that the artificial banana flavoring is how they used to taste. They were a lot sweeter, if that's the case. They were a lot sweeter. That's weird. Alright, next one. Custard apple. Never had this, but if it has, like, a custardy flavor as the, title implies, then I might like it, because I like custard creams and stuff. Ground cherries. These are a B. I think ground cherries are quite good. They're, you know, I've had them, like, when I was traveling around in China and stuff. They're, like, they're quite sweet. They're quite nice. I like them. You can't go wrong with them. Kumquats. I've never had this. Mulberries. I've also never had this. Alright. Raisins. Raisins are a low A for me. I like raisins. But, you know, raisins aren't like... I'm interested to know why this tier list put raisins as like a separate fruit when raisins are just dried grapes. Guess I'll never know. But, you know, raisins are good. They're good as a snack food. They're sweet. They're sweet and chewy. I like them. The only reason why they're, you know, a low A is because they stick to your teeth really easily. So, but other than that, I like raisins. They're good. Jackfruit. I've never had this. Mangosteen. I've also never had this. White currant. Looks cool, but I've never had this. Sour cherries. Oh, this is going up in like, let me move this up. This is going up with the cherries. Sour cherries, honestly, are even better than normal cherries. Like, if you make a cherry sour, they're gonna taste better. I love them. Cherries are good. And the final one, rambutan. Actually, when I was talking about lychees, I was talking about rambutans. And these are the S of S tiers. They are the best fruit ever. They are so good. I love rambutans. Lychees are good too, but like rambutans, oh my god. Like they look funky. They have spikes. They look like little pink hedgehogs. They're good. They're really good. But when you actually eat them, oh my god. They are so nice. You've got to get your hands on them. They are so good. I love rambutans. All right. All right. And that's the complete fruit tier list. So, what do you think? What do you think of my fruit tastes? Huh? Huh? What's the verdict? What's the verdict from all my fruit-loving friends here? Let me see them. So, according to bulbapedia.com, my personality, based on fruit preference, is lax. Interesting. I mean, you know, I wouldn't... I mean, I do, you know... I wouldn't consider myself the most lax of people, considering, you know, I try to keep myself busy 24/7, but if Bulbapedia thinks so, I guess that is the case. Mado, why do you think that my fruit taste is awful? Why? Why? I thought that we shared fruit tastes. I thought that we shared fruit tastes. Oh, I feel betrayed. Well, to all the people who said that I'm wrong for thinking oranges are bad, all I can say to you is this. Please fix your taste buds. Please. This also includes my twin sister, by the way. She likes oranges. I have no idea why. She likes orange juice. Please save her. Save her from her bad taste. Well, if that's the case of, like, star fruits, then. If that's the case of... If they taste like apples, but better, then I'm pretty sure I'd like star fruits. I mean, their cute star shape helps. I think that's good. I think that's good. But sorry, Mado. Sorry, Mado. I'm sorry, but... Melons do suck. I'm sorry. I guess that's just how my taste buds are wired, but... You know, being fed... I was fed melon a lot as a kid, like, growing up. My mom was like, you have to eat all this honeydew and cantaloupe to widen your palate. And, you know, I tried. I really tried, but I could never fall in love with honeydew and cantaloupe. They just tasted so bad. I just don't like it. Why would you drink 3 glasses of OJ a day? Why would you do that to yourself? At the very least, you could drink, like, apple juice instead. Oh my god. Or tangerine juice, at the very least, if that exists. I mean, I'm joking. If you like orange juice that much, I can't, I can't fault you for that. Maybe I'm the one with bad taste. Maybe I'm, the one who needs to have her taste buds checked out. Yep. I think we learned a lot today from this, tier list. Like about artificial banana flavorings, about everyone's fruit preferences, about how we all agree that coconuts fucking suck. I hope. Well, you know what you can also get vitamin C from? Tomatoes and tangerines, and they don't suck. You know? I could, Mado, your take on processed OJ and AJ, that sort of thing. I can see why you say that, because honestly, even my sister has hot takes about, like, well, not hot takes, but she has certain opinions about OJ. Like, she thinks processed OJ is disgusting, but she likes naturally squeezed OJ, because she thinks the pulpy stuff is really good. Whereas, like, with, I don't know what her take is on AJ, but, personally for me, I think, freshly squeezed AJ is better than processed AJ. I don't know why, but processed AJ is like a super, it's like super syrupy and not in necessarily a good way. Yeah, I'm not sure why tomatoes aren't on this list, or like cucumbers or stuff like that, because they are fruit, but like, I guess the person who made this tier didn't think that tomatoes or cucumbers were like fruit. But if tomatoes were on this tier list, they'd probably go in the A tier, because I eat them a lot. They're really nice. They contain vitamin C. And, and they're really good in other things too. Like if you put a tomato in a sandwich or in a burger, it can really perk up the flavor. So yeah, tomatoes, good. And cucumbers would also go on A too, because I eat them a lot. I eat them a lot for dinner and stuff. And they're just a really nice, filling, and refreshing snack. And the fact that they're like 90% water means they're also super hydrating. So yeah, also, cucumbers are good too. Cucumbers are good. So those are my takes on cucumbers and tomatoes. And yeah. That's the fruit tier list. Yay! So, thanks for stopping by and for ranking all these random fruits with me. This was, just something small but something fun I wanted to do, and I'm glad you could just take the time to watch me do that. Yeah. Yeah, no, I do have cucumbers for dinner. They're just like, an easy vegetable / fruit to cut up and, eat. They're just really nice and refreshing. I like them. Oh no, potatoes are vegetables. No, tomatoes are absolutely fruit. Sorry, Mado. But yeah, no, coming back to what I was saying, I'm really glad you all came here for this, like, short, fun, fruit ranking, stream. So, thank you for coming along, and I'll see you on, Friday for the free talk stuff. Yeah! Thanks so much! Bye-bye now! I had a lot of fun! Bye!